We're on location in my good friend Scott Burnett's studio in Wallingford, which is a neighborhood of Seattle.
Yes, sir.
And somehow we had some magical moments getting to, goodness, let's have Scott do a piece of art for each movement. I simply want to ask, in regards to the 4 pieces that you painted for this healing ground, what did you do with these 4 pieces of wood physically to make it happen?
We agreed early on that we wanted to focus in on those 4 movements that we have derived from Henry Nouwen's work, Chosen, Blessed, Broken, and Given. So in thinking about those and in thinking about what would be a graphic representation, like how would you picture those things in a way that people could enter in? For Chosen, I thought the baptism of Christ would be a wonderful, iconic moment. For Blessed, the anointing with perfume and tears would be a great way to show that blessing. Broken, I wanted to go with the Via Dolorosa, the carrying of the cross, as opposed to a crucifixion scene. And I thought it would open itself to a kind of a squeezing that I wanted to communicate. Given, I love the scene, especially described in John's Gospel, where Jesus prepares a fish breakfast on the beach.
And I've spent a lot of time with these pieces. One's in my office, and the rest are in some other therapist's office. But there's something playful and generous, of course, literally generous, with Jesus giving food to his friends. But also something very playful in this piece.
Oh, that's good.
And it's great that it kind of rounds out some significant suffering that goes on.
I decided that I wanted to start as though it was one painting. So I literally bolted them together, the 4 boards. The work was happening on the floor, right here. And I wanted, for one thing, I wanted there to be connecting lines. So you can see with these 2 that are close together, these arcs that carry across. For all of them, there is a way to put them all back together, and you can see the connecting lines. One of the reasons I wanted to do that was, we've talked about how those movements are not like these discrete chapters of life. They are often happening all at the same time in different areas of life. So there's these overlaps and different timetables, and a season of being given might be extended, might run like a thread through episodes of, being blessed and broken, blessed and broken, blessed and broken, and then there's this givenness that comes through it.
And you've talked with us multiple times, and even at the retreat that we held in July, one of the things that we value in this healing ground is the experiential work that we do in a lot of different formats. How about if you get over on that blank canvas and you actually let Caleb and I see you start something?
Okay. The painting for me is somewhat sculptural. It's definitely a 3-dimensional thing as much as a 2-dimensional. It's important to me to have a sense of perspective in the paint itself, and that's one of the reasons that I do it. One of the reasons I keep painting is that it really is a conversation. As soon as you make a mark on the surface, it starts to talk back. When we actually set them up, the crack, the negative space between them has become really meaningful for some people, because like the distance between broken and given, we've found, for instance, a number of people in the second half of life, they're feeling like they've done all of this work and they have something to give, but they feel like they're stuck in this place between the painting. And even at the retreat that we did, there were some men that were like literally standing in that space and feeling that question of how do I get from there to there? How
From broken to given.
To given, yeah. That was another thing that really captured my imagination in this approach, was to try to give a nonverbal representation, an unworded story, that allows that open space for people to hopefully connect and start a conversation through the art.
To sign out, we're grateful to be here, and it was a good experience. Bless you.
Thank you.